Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another game showcase. This time of a game called Conquest Dark. So I came across this a while ago and it looked interesting. It seems a little bit like a Vampire Survivors-esque game, but incredibly interestingly stylized. So yeah, I don't actually know how it plays or the systems in it, but I'm interested in finding out, so we're going to do that. We're going to play it for an hour and see how it goes. It is now 237 years after the appearance of the Black Planet and the rise of undead armies that laid waste to the kingdoms of humanity, the fall of the cosmic gods, and the awakening of the long slumbering primordial ones. Only Karathia, the city of legends, stands as the last bastion of hope for humanity. Champions, seekers of honor, devoted followers of cosmic and primordial deities, convicted criminals, and other lost souls now partake in dark rituals to awaken the once defeated undead monstrosities and fallen legendary heroes, seeking knowledge and power to uncover the secrets of the Black Planet and reclaim what once belonged to humanity, and it asks us to enter the world. These look like some resources we can gather. So we are here now. There's question marks everywhere. There's this gate we can go to. I can't click on the question marks, but I can drag it around. There are places I could go, so yeah, the world seems pretty well stylized. But I'm gonna guess that these are pretty dangerous places to go. But look at this stylization. So yeah. Humanity's final stronghold against the cursed undead hordes, where a haunting ritual outside the gates reanimates fallen soldiers forever bound to their past conflicts within the city's enduring struggle. So there's a location here. An altar of power. Something to unlock new opportunities, and these are resources. So we must defeat the bosses and complete the ritual. So if we defeat one boss, we get these. If we complete two bosses, I guess we get these right here. And maybe this third part right here is for doing the ritual. So boss 1, boss 2, and doing the ritual. What does this show? It's a landmark. So maybe we can unlock these as areas to go, but we can't go there yet. Interesting. So yeah, let's dive in. So I think this tells you how many bosses are left. So what do we got going on? Okay. That is good. That's quite a look. So Gnorm, human barbarian, 2.7 foot attack arc, reduced bleed rate. This is racial traits. I don't know what these stats mean, but we're gonna re-roll just to see what we got. So it just re-rolls your general stats. So I guess you can go for as far as you want. So it gives you what your bonus. It gives you 2 bonuses. I'm just gonna roll to see like what bonuses you can get. So boost to attack reach and a chance for rare items. Attack arc seems good because that will mean you hit a wider area. Doesn't seem to be like related to anything in particular, like what's going on visually. I guess I like this. We'll see what rare items do for us in the attack arc. Yeah, we got Kiara, the human barbarian. So we have 2 races we can uncover. We've got 2 classes. So it tells you what the proficiencies are. So this one has bonus health and reduced bleed rate. This one has a boost to movement and movement charges. And gives you what the proficiencies are. Well, I think Hunter might be better, but I don't know. Like, there's just no way of knowing. Let's try Hunter and see how it goes. Like, this could go bad, but we'll find out very quickly. Your character starts with 100 health and 10 lives. If you lose all your health, one of your lives is removed. Your health resets to 100, and you gain a bleed stack. Each bleed stack reduces your character's health by 1% of maximum health per second, but can't deal fatal damage. While bleed stacks cannot be removed, you can strengthen your defenses to mitigate the effects of bleeding. So your goal is to not die so you don't get bleeding on you. I understand. Building your character's defenses is just as important as increasing your damage. Your best way to counter bleeding is to avoid losing lives altogether. Focus on improving your resistance, maximum health, dodge charges, and movement speed to minimize damage taken and reduce the chances of getting hit. If you're already bleeding, you can mitigate its effect by stacking reduced bleed rate to slow the bleeding, or by boosting health regeneration and chance to gain a healing soul to recover health. Bleeding can be disabled from the settings if you don't like the mechanic, so it's an optional mechanic, but it is part of the intended game system, so I'm going to leave it on for the purposes of this. So this is an enemy, so attack is automatic, so I can dash with space. So you have to get pretty close to attack them. So that looks like potentially a boss. Oh, that hit pretty hard. Oh, he lost a life, which is not good. What happens if I try to leave this? So the blood is quite visceral. So I don't know how I like this. Oh yeah, so we lost a second life. That's unfortunate. We haven't killed anything. So maybe Hunter was a bad choice because we don't seem to start with anything. Maybe Barbarian would have had a better time in the beginning. Unless I'm missing something. Look at this freaking bloody mess. Like, there's not much I can do here. Let's just end it. Okay, so let us see what's going on here. So that didn't actually give us anything. Let's look at this again and see what happens if I choose a barbarian. So I think we need increased reach. Though attack speed might also help, so I thought it would give me something ranged because I was being a ranger, a hunter. That would have made sense to me. So attack reach. And attack speed would be ideal to me to see if that makes it easier. You know what? Attack reach and movement speed. Let's give it a shot. So we were supposed to kill that one first. Okay, so that's what I messed up on, is you gotta get that guy first. So we got 2 choices. So that was a setup for you to have items. I guess I didn't understand that. So elites could be important for us to fight, but honestly, this might be better for overall survivability. It doesn't say anything about it having like less reach. So let's go with this. Let's this is gonna be a little better for us. So our experience is at the top of the screen, I see. So we gained a level. So these are active skills, I guess. So this one is an area around me. This one is towards an enemy. So it depends on if we want something, deal with something close or something far. So I'm gonna actually get axe toss to see like how that works. Actually, that's pretty good in my opinion. So you have to go close to the experience to pick it up. So every now and then it's just gonna toss that out. I think this is better because we're not gonna try to be too close to too many enemies. The other one might be more important later. So class mastery, attack speed, chance to get a healing soul, damage taking, staggered. So this would be if we want damage, this would be if we want attack speed. Now I'll be honest, this is a bit of both. This might be a better choice because attack speed will also do it, and critical hit chance, in my opinion, is never really that amazing in games, especially 5%. That was rarely going to go, but 20% bonus to your abilities isn't bad. But attack speed will let us attack more often, which basically means that we will have the potential to not overkill enemies as often. Because like doing more damage only matters if they take more than one hit, in my opinion. So for bosses that would be more important. But currently we're not fighting that many bosses. So I think this is the healing soul over here in the corner. This looks like an elite. So it's got 2 lives as well. So we just took 1 life from it. Attack reach sounds really good. Movement charges are something. We could raise our attack speed. I think attack reach is important. Not having to be as close and getting a bigger attack arc would mean we can hit more enemies in general. So we don't have to be as close to hit them. So we got him. We got new equipment. So we get boots. So this looks important because it's more damage and movement speed. I think we're going to go with Savage's boots. And it's important to note that we get 2 primary attacks because we actually have 2 of these. So we technically have 2 attacks every time. So this is our next ability. So this is kind of like a area of effect around me. I'm not sure if we want to execute though, because honestly that this right here, we're relying on them being injured. But you know, that this might be important in the case that we have to run away from enemies and not finish them off. So I think I'll go with execute, because the other one relies on them being incredibly close to me, I think. I don't know. I've never seen it before, but it sounds like it's like the Bible or something, like from the Vampire Survivors games. But look at how stylized this game is. I thought it looked absolutely gorgeous when I saw pictures of it. So we're gonna maybe not focus on the elite, but we are going to get a little close. We're gonna stay close enough that we can hit it. So we've already partially taken it down. And looking at this, we may want to consider area of attack just for the sake that they are grouping up more. So we could get one that makes it so we attack faster, we lose life, but we honestly don't want to rely on that in my opinion. Attack speed isn't bad, but I think just increasing our range is just going to make this better overall. So yeah, we get in, we get out. We just keep stacking up the HP. Oh, we finally took a hit. But we're gonna stay pretty close to him so we have a chance at getting the equipment. So we have a hat now. So critical hit chance, critical hit damage, all damage. So we could get one that makes us faster. We could get one that makes us do more damage. And I think damage is the way to go. Like, we're just going in. And maybe I'll regret it. Maybe movement is actually key for positioning. But, yeah. No way to know at this stage. Yep, we got a healing. We're getting some healing in, but we are chewing our way through it. So I think we need to spend a little bit more of our time being a little closer so that we can get more of them done with our melee attacks. We shouldn't be hiding as much. So yep, we're gonna increase our attack speed and healing chance. So we'll give Ranger a try the next time. So yeah, it is. This is another semi-elite, I guess. He didn't seem very strong though, so we are taking a little bit of damage, but it's not too bad. I think as long as we don't get fully swarmed, we will be sitting okay. So we don't want to get trapped. So some of these are spawning a little stronger than before. So I guess we just have to keep our eye on that. Make sure we don't get boxed in. This seems to be one of the bosses in my, if I was to guess. Oh, look at him having like abilities like that. So you can see it's telegraphed on the ground at least. So we are taking down some of his lives, so yeah. I think he's visually changing as we knock parts off of him. So we get a new ability. Leap. This is a movement ability. Okay. This one's an attack. I think this is the better one. So space was our movement tech, if I remember correctly. So this one recharges slower, but is a damaging attack. Yep, that's how that works. This is actually pretty freaking sweet if you ask me. We defeated one of the bosses. We collected its goodies. We're picking up a new piece of armor, which is like the Vam braces or the bracers. So we got a choice at movement. We got a choice at attack reach and healing souls. I think we already know I'm going to take the attack reach and critical damage. That just makes sense to me. So it is interesting as I noticed that our equipment is actually reflected. Oh, these guys are a little faster. Look at that damage. Nice. Oh, so it goes in the direction I'm holding, not necessarily. But see, that's our area of effect attack. As long as we don't overcommit, I think this is a good choice. So we got our choice at more damage, attack speed, or attack reach. Now I think we're gonna just keep on focusing on attack reach, because while damage on our abilities is good, reach lets us hit them without getting as close and taking potential close hit damage. So okay, so I think this is going reasonably well. So, yep, more attack reach is what I'm gonna plan on. So we got him, we got a new piece of equipment. So this is our new bit of chest armor. So we can get this on which here is just damage and critical hit, power ability, and resistance piercing. This might be interesting because it would actually keep us, it would let us pierce their defenses, I think. Attack reach might be good. But this is like a 50% increase to this. This is like a doubling of this. And this would also be a doubling of damage. Huh. But piercing this isn't offered by anything. So I think I'm going to take this. But yeah, these enemies can track me a little better than the other ones. So maybe we do want some movement speed if we get an opportunity. Like the ones before this actually couldn't keep up with me, but these ones kind of can. So resilience, I guess that would be something. Attack speed, I guess? Oh, they're getting some range attacks, actually. Alright. So yeah, we gotta go far enough away that we can avoid their attacks and not get cornered. Okay, so this is our new boss, I guess. Oh, that's interesting. So you have to be careful about this, and I don't think the chain hurt me. I was paying attention to that. So, I guess we're gonna start doing damage. Ring around the rosies, you're getting shish kebabbed. at that. You can see him getting skeletonized as we go. I think that's very interesting. You can see them getting meated up. So I killed the second boss. We got pants now. So our choices are attack reach, power ability, primary attack damage. So our primary one only matters when we're close, but that did really help us there. So we do want more movement speed, so I think I'm going to do this middle one right here to move us around a little better, get us moving a little bit, keep us from getting punked in a corner. I wish it was a little easier to tell like when my movement was available. Like, oh, I can see it. It's on the bottom left. Never mind. I figured it out. But, yeah. I did not like this. Yeah. Alright. So what that tells me is that maybe I did need a second one. So yeah, we're bleeding now. That's unfortunate. But we made it pretty darn far, so we gotta make it another minute and 20 seconds. So now that we are losing lives, we should consider some of the other abilities, including our damage from losing lives. So like, in case the worst case comes to worst, we now get a boost for getting hurt more. Keep from getting surrounded, especially by all these archers. Keep ourselves cleaning out these archers, and so we're gonna increase our movement charges. Maybe we should just get the one that increases our attack speed and healing instead, because like movement charges isn't mattering because I'm using them about as fast as they come in. So we are getting close to a timer. Our ritual is complete, so they are going to come for us. Yep, so after this they kill ya. I see. But we did it. We completed the ritual. We got some buffs. So we discovered a new location where we can do this. We discovered an altar where we can consume something that we picked up, probably one of these things over here, which would be these red ones. That's the corrupted soul fragments. Got a location that opens up new opportunities, and we got soul coins. Yeah, so we unlocked 2 areas we could go to. We got a permanent +3 to rerolls. So yeah, we have an increased stats on items. That's pretty good. I think that was pretty successful, honestly. Just barring the first time where it wasn't obvious that that guy had reduced hit points to me. So we've unlocked the Stygian archive. You can open it by clicking on the location. That has our unlocked content and upgrade weapon sets and abilities with coins. Cool. So yeah, let's check that out. A shadowed vault of ancient stone, its air heavy with the whispers of eldritch secrets and the tang of forbidden magics. Here its tomes lie tomes inked with madness, their pages steeped in the blood of unholy rites. Inside the archive, you can browse your unlocked discoveries and upgrade them using soul coins. So if we push tab, we could have just gotten there. So this is what we've unlocked from beating them, the generals. This is our upgradable stuff. So these were the options that we chose at the start from when we were doing the barbarian, and these are probably the choices for choosing hunter. And these are the abilities that we had gotten. So I guess you have the choice between a ricocheting shot and one that pierces through them. I guess it depends on which one you think is more important. I think ricochet might be more useful because it doesn't rely on them actually being in a line. But we can unlock even the passive ones. I'm just seeing what the abilities even were because I didn't get this one. So every 3 seconds you could shoot 3 arrows to the closest. That's useful. So this one only works if they're not nearby. Ooh, this might not be a good one because like you do get crowded at one point. I think this one might be the better bet. So what about movement tech? So yeah, they get to move and attack as well, so that's pretty useful. I bet quick dash is the same for both classes. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to unlock. This is interesting. Let's see if tab brings it back up. It does in fact do that. It tells you what the set bonuses are if you actually complete them. Interesting. Wonder what the H and stuff means. Oh, it's light armor, and that's medium armor, and this is heavy armor. I figured it out, and this is just whatever armor? Interesting. So there's 5 classes. So yeah, what do we want to level up? So we liked the barbarian, but I'm gonna try the hunter, so I might put something into this if I can. So this gives a chance for them to burn. It has 1 projectile. This has a chance to shoot double. It tells you how much energy. So this thing shoots slower, but has a chance to shoot double. I don't think I want shooting slower though. I think I like the sounds of this better. Oh, so you can... Oh, interesting. So plus 5% ability for 10 of these. We got 72. Sure. So maybe some of these ones probably give it more bonuses along the way. So yeah, we're not going to get too far into that. We're going to look at what these do. That way we can kind of spread out our abilities and level them up relatively evenly. So we can't level up these things, but yeah. So now still got 20 points. I think I'm gonna go in on the bow itself. So these are things we also unlocked. 2 new areas, and this right here, and it tells you that you got the bosses here, so if I were to click it again, I don't know what we'd be able to get, but maybe we could get stuff, or maybe the stuff is limited. But maybe we could still get the soul coins. Or maybe we couldn't. Maybe we get them once and it's over. I don't know. But look at all the, you can see all the question marks. Those are probably unlocks for areas. Alter powers. A power. So this is all damage. Okay. All damage sounds good. Might as well. We don't have anything else to spend it on, and damage is good. So yeah, now we have an 8% boost to all damage. Fantastic. So we'd be thinking, amidst the age-old sand, a sorceress and her warriors defied the relentless undead, but their bravery invited a dark curse, forever haunting her decaying form, buried in these vast dunes. I think if we unlock this, we'll probably unlock another class. If I was to guess, the sorceress. Yeah, that's probably... Yeah, so you're telling you get a new origin, a new ability. Oh, this looks like a new currency we can unlock if we do this. And succeed. Something about a new faction over here. What's this give us? This unlocks a passive event that can happen during your adventures. It unlocks a treasure hunter origin story. It unlocks a new axe for us, so you're not stuck to the original weapons for the classes. So if I'm gonna guess, this would increase our ability to get items of better value, whereas this altar right here would give us probably more of the energy to throw weapons, or maybe a higher amount coming back. And this is a new level for equipment if we get that. This is a new set of armor. This is a new... I want to say this is Barbarian. Probably. New location, and a new faction. Okay. So I think we go to the Sorceress's Fall. We're going to try this one out. So we're going to try Hunter. So it tells you which ones you could potentially unlock if we do what we have unlocked here. Since we're not doing that class, we're going to choose Hunter's Apprentice, which will increase our Pierce in general. So attack speed and attack arc. Not the worst. I think we want reach and speed if we can do it. If I was to say one thing about this, I think you should just be able to choose rather it being random, to be honest. Because this just seems a little, like, pedantic to have to roll for what you want. Considering you can just keep doing it. But that's just my take on this. I'll take this. Attack speed and attack reach. We'll go with this. Yeah. Okay. So we have a very short so we still have to melee to get it. We remember that. So we're going to get the fiery shard bow. So positioning can matter for piercing, I guess. I think the ricochet was the one we wanted to try. So we have 3 rerolls, we can remember that. So more projectiles, more dodge charges. Damage to healthy, and projectile pierce. I think projectile amount's the best choice. I think that's a chance for it, I hope. Yeah, see, I saw one bounce off to the side, so I think maybe so. Yeah, I think it's just like a 15% chance to multi-shoot. This guy seems a little spicy in the corner, so we have an option for... That's a lot of critical hit damage, to be honest. Oh, it's a +1. Interesting. So this has movement, critical hit damage. Yeah, I think this is the one we do. This is an improved item. So health regeneration is interesting. Which one do we want? Attack speed? So projectile amount's interesting, but attack speed is probably better because like that extra one goes off to the side, which is good for crowd control. But I mean, I don't know why these guys are glowing purple. I don't think it's good for me though. So like I'm just gonna be careful about them getting close to me. So I get to choose where I aim, so that's one thing that's of note here. So this one's gonna help us with ones that are close that I'm not currently aiming at, if I was to guess. So this one's a little bit more, just keep away and try to burst the crowds down with targeted damage versus the other one, which seemed like a really fun get in the middle of stuff. Oh, okay, so getting a little ranged on me, are ya? I like how there's like these footprints leading in here. It's really haunting. Interesting. So we don't have lunar damage. We could burn, and that's an option. A little bit faster movement and more on the reload rate. So I think our best bet is to increase our chance at damage at this point. Let's get our item. So primary attack damage and healing soul is probably our best bet here, if I was to guess. Because like we are doing a lot of damage with our primary. Unlike the first character, our primary hits pretty regularly. So even though I took it a few times on the primary, and it did help with one of the bosses, I think it's going to help us here a whole ton. So yeah, I think attack speed is the way to go. So far, so good. So 6 minutes for the next boss, I think? Or maybe that's for the whole ritual. I don't know. I'm gonna keep track of it. But I think... I don't know if we've actually killed a boss. I think we have not. I think it's 6 minutes for the first boss. I don't know. We'll find out. Or maybe that was the first boss and I just mixing it up. It's like the other bosses didn't really show up with full, like, fanfare either. You know, we got a piece of equipment, so maybe it's not a boss. I think there might have been 4, like, mini bosses like that. It's also a chance that these are becoming longer. So we can improve our dash with a shorter cooldown. Okay. Or we could just have one that does damage, and I think we want the one that takes damage. So I guess anytime we're full, we might as well dash because it will fire for us. And we'll keep our extra one in reserve. Oh, here we go. This is probably our actual first boss. So yeah, we are getting more range attacks going around, so we have to be a little careful with our movement. Maybe try to pick up some of this health. We are chewing our way through them. Got him. So we get our choice of a hat. 50% reduced bleed rate could be really good if we thought we were in trouble, but I think by the time we have to worry about that, we've already lost the level anyway. So yeah, we could go in for the critical hit, and we did get that big boost to it, but I don't know if I want to rely on that, because still that 10% is not really all that much to me. Now maybe if we get more passive in the beginning and stuff, like that would be more important, but I think raising our primary damage is probably more useful for our damage ability. So this is a scroll. Oh, this is new. Yeah, we're gonna get more critical hit chance, because that's more useful. 25% is huge, actually. A new rune. We can upgrade this. But heck, the second one barely is an upgrade. Let's get both. Let's get the other one on too. I think they stack. I don't 100% know how that works. Oh, so these purple ones probably get the chance to do range attacks. Maybe that's what that meant. Increased chance to burn. I think there's enough of them that maybe the projectile amount is another good bet, because like now we don't have to aim nearly as much as we did in the beginning. So far, so good, although it is getting pretty busy. I think movement speed might be in the cards if we get a chance, though. So, but 5% isn't enough, in my opinion. Like, I'm not gonna do this for 5%, but the increased speed reduce rate might help, but because that would also increase damage. Not at the expense of this, though. Still attack speed, but then projectile is over the other one, in my opinion. Because, like, burn would take time, whereas I don't think a lot of these enemies get time to burn, if that makes sense. They are mostly just dying when I hit them, but there is a lot of them. what do we have for options? Oh, power ability might be good because we don't have any boost to that. I think that's the one we take. So we are going to... We're gonna boost our primary. With this? Oh, so these are the ones we found and we get to choose one. And it's going to be, obviously, the critical hit chance. Okay. So we were finding the runes. We weren't just having them constantly. So now that when we get that option, we can imbue it on an ability. Interesting. So the first time was unlocking and the second one is getting it. Interesting, interesting. We're gonna do multi-shot. Cause like Pierce depends on this, but it won't help us with single targets. So like when we're killing like the boss and that won't increase our damage to it. I think we're actually dealing with the crowds decently enough as it is, so I don't need to worry too much. But this is definitely a very interestingly different play style. So our timer is counting down. I think that's our second boss, so we are getting close to our second boss if you were to... Yes, so that looks like that is our second boss. So you can see the skull over their name. So they teleport around, it looks like, so that's their thing. So we don't have to worry about healthy because we're not going to actually keeping them at full health. Regen might be interesting, but damage is where we're going. So we got them down. They are burning. Not going well for them, in my opinion. This has attack reach on it, which is interesting. I don't think our attack reach is a problem, though. Bonus health? Well, I guess we do attack reach anyway, because it can't hurt, but I don't know what it actually means in this scenario. So maybe it's like for our like bonuses. So for this, I guess we give this, oh, so we get a choice. So you can only put a rune on one thing. Okay, that's fair. So when we get more runes, it'll be useful. So now we can upgrade them. So critical hit chance is definitely better. So maybe when we beat bosses, we get the chance to just upgrade runes as we go. I wonder if that's a every time you play or just a first time you get that level done. Like, I don't know how deep that customization goes or how much the replayability is on it, but I am liking what I see so far. This is definitely very interesting. So I think if we just survive another minute and a half, then we will have won. And they're going to murder us. But I think we're gonna make it. So yeah, those shiny things are some of the permanent currencies. So each time we get one, we are getting a little bit more for upgrades. So I think the bosses can only be gotten from once, but I bet that those individual random ones are like just permanent things you can get regularly for playing. So I guess we upgrade our burn chance, because why not? I wonder if you can make these rituals harder and get more unlocks later. Maybe it's something we unlock later. It's like, I don't know how far it goes, so. But usually games have like this have an option to do higher tier stuff eventually. It's something that changes the game up. We managed to squeak through there. So we're getting close to the part where they kill us. I wonder if you could get like fast enough to actually tank some of this. I'm definitely not damaging them. Maybe I damaged them a very slight amount. I'm curious about that. So here's our unlocks. So we unlocked laying fire traps. We unlocked another altar. We unlocked a new ability, which is an ice spike thing that does lunar damage. We unlocked a proficiency in lunar spells. And we unlock the ability for enemies to drop soul fragments. In 2 areas, some new faction, and 2 new runes. And we unlocked an additional level for one of them. Cool. So what does this give us? Soul Attract. Oh. What is Soul Attract? Maybe this is, oh, you know what? That's probably the experience. This is our magnet. That's actually, I like that. What is this? Oh, this is a faction one. If you go here and do stuff, it's like a quest. So if you're a barbarian and you slay enemies, you gain this, and the bonuses will apply to all classes. So if you want to use a barbarian in order to level this up. Interesting, interesting. So this is a harder area. But yeah, this has been about an hour of play of this, but I find this very, very interesting. And I find this interesting enough that I may actually roll this into a full game play segment that I do for as long as I'm enjoying this, because I've really enjoyed this game. I could see myself continuing to play this for quite a while, actually. I haven't gotten into one of these games in a while, so yeah, that's my opinions on it. I think this game is really, really fun. It's got a lot going on. I don't fully understand everything in it, and I love that. I love learning new things like this. And I hope you guys enjoy this as well. You all take care, and have a great day.